now. enter-
Okay, and your email address.
And they have a new QR code one. So we're gonna do BOS.
Yep, at ocam-ma.gov.
And if that takes it properly, it will autofill sent to the town of Ocam.
Okay, so it on. Okay, good. That's easy enough.
We're live and on camera.
It's not a problem. All right.
But that's funny that the buttons changed from the laminated sheet.
No, it's not. It happened like that.
Right. Oh, good evening. This meeting of the OCAM Finance Committee, I'd like to call it to order at 6:38 PM. This meeting is being recorded. Anyone joining us, please state your name and street for the records. Myself, Corey Packard, and I'm joined by two members of the FinCom tonight.
Vin Piucci.
And,
Claire Hendra.
all right. And we have in the audience with us one of the select board as well. Thank you for
Michael
being,
Brunel, Maple Street.
thank you for being here, Mike, and former FinCom
Borrow
chair.
shut from Gaffney Road as a resident.
Thank you, sir. So this evening, it is a warm night, hoping to keep it to a quick meeting. I think we have a lot of just discussion items and homework to assign.
Homework.
So, yeah. So first off, public comments, inquiries, or correspondence. I do have one piece of correspondence. We did receive the MMA Association of Town Finance Committee's bill. This is for our dues. It's been pretty steady at 150 for a while now, hasn't it?
What's that?
The amount's been the same for the last few years?
Yeah, it has been. I was surprised it's still that low.
Yeah. So Paul and Alan in the past have always done a nice little explanation of what the MMA does and what the Association of Town Finance Committees does for us.
I go to the meetings. That's what they do for me. I go to the meetings.
So I'd
Yeah.
like to make a motion that we pay that bill and we continue in the organization. All in favor? Or do I have a second?
I second.
Second. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so we will pay that bill and stay in the organization.
They make a suggestion to the chair.
Yes, sir.
I think you should send a membership list back to MMA so they know who all the current members are on your.
That's a nice idea. Thank you, Paul. All right. And simply in order of recent joining, so I apologize, Claire, I'll probably go back and forth, but so we'll go to Claire this time actually then. So did you have any public comments, inquiries, or correspondence you're aware of?
No.
Okay. And Vinny?
No.
All right. So next up on the agenda, we have the FY 26 year-to-date spending.
If I could,
Yes, sir.
under public comments,
Yes.
could I ask Claire if she got any feedback from Quabbin Regional
No.
on those items and
No.
on the
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Mike.
municipal building
Yeah.
debt?
Yeah. On the municipal building debt, you know what? I have to ask Maribel to pull the document. Okay, so I will ask Maribel to pull the document because I want to see if there's any prepayment clauses in there.
Right, and I can't remember at the
Yeah.
time whether it ended up being a municipal bond
Yeah.
or whether it was straight borrowing.
And that's what I want to look up.
Right. That's-
So I'll do that. Okay, I definitely will do that. I got the response from the school.
Yeah.
I think I had told you at a selectmen's meeting. So response number one from the school was, the school roof will be paid off next year.
So that's
They said,
Done deal.
so it's a done deal, forget it.
Yeah.
And they said, even if we wanted to give you the bill now, we can't
Right.
because the assessment is based upon the ratio of your students to all the students in the Quabbin district. So they said, but it'll be over next year. So I said, that's all I need to know.
I know in the building committee discussions
Yeah,
30 years ago, we were, Lee LaJoy and I were talking that, we wanted to be able to have a clause where we could pay it off early. How that ever ended up being in the final agreement, I don't know.
oh, you mean for the municipal building?
Yeah, we did talk
Yeah.
about it
Yeah,
and I don't know where it ended up.
okay,
So
all
we
right,
need to pull that, like you.
okay. So you don't have any problem if I go to Maribel and say, I'd like to see
No,
the contract so I can read it over? Okay, I just wanted to make sure there's no prepayment clause that prevents us from doing a
Yeah,
prepayment.
if there's a
Yeah.
penalty, then it becomes a mute.
A different issue
Yeah.
entirely, yeah. And then the other question about the.
Sorry,
Quabbin-
before we're done that,
Sorry,
I read the email the same as Claire in that it sounded like they couldn't tell us the final payoff amount, but there, she didn't state that we couldn't pay it, overpay it,
On the school,
basically, and then they would just have to refund us the
because
difference.
they won't, I don't think they'll know the students.
no, they don't know
Right.
they don't know.
Right,
Yeah.
they don't know the numbers but we could overpay and then they would have
Well-
to reimburse us.
I wouldn't overpay. I'll wait till I get the bill and then we'll pay.
So I mean, theoretically, we
Yeah.
either have one payment,
Yeah, one more
two
payment,
payments,
one more.
one more, so that's, yeah, that's
Fiscal 2027, one more payment, done.
plus 26, that's why I said two.
Oh, this one, yeah, after this one. we'll
So
have
that's a
one
done
more.
deal.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
Or I
Hardly
wouldn't-
seems
I wouldn't
worth
even go there.
hardly seems worth prepaying if
No.
it's just
Not
a
at this
year.
point.
And that's what Stacy was saying. It doesn't, even if, you wanted to prepay, I can't tell you the amount because of that ratio. And you only have one more payment, why make a fuss about it?
But
it's
again,
what-
that
yeah.
would be a selectman decision. If they decide they wanted to pay it off early, they have that right. We would,
I
we're,
don't know where you're gonna get the money, Mike.
Well, it would be a town meeting decision.
That's right. Yeah, that's a budgetary, you're right, it's budgetary.
Stabilization,
But I think we have other things we need to look at, Mike.
yeah,
Okay, so just along those lines let me do the school budget let me do the last thing on the school. I haven't heard about the regional school agreement.
okay,
So I'm gonna go back to them again and say, where are we on the regional school agreement? Now, what I understand is that, DESI has to approve Department of Education, of Elementary and Secondary Education, DESE, and they just call it DESI. They have to approve the agreement. So they have what we've agreed to so far, which I think is the final form, Mike. And then they have to approve that before we can actually move forward. At least,
now there is August 14th. There is a school committee meeting and it looks like a quite lengthy with many votes.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
um,
But I was gonna go to Colleen Mucha, and I was gonna say, where are we on the regional school agreement?
sorry,
And when are we gonna have another follow-up meeting?
Claire,
Sorry.
do you get the school meeting announcements from Jessica Bennett yet?
No,
that should be the latest one, I think it was this morning.
So
Yeah.
I will reach back to
Yeah.
her because I thought she was sending it to FinCom,
FinCom,
but
okay.
she might not be. There's
Okay,
39 people on this email.
yeah, okay.
So I'll make sure that,
You'll have her put me on?
yes.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I was gonna follow up on that. I have a feeling they're not moving as fast because they're figuring it's gonna have to go to a town meeting.
Yep.
And the other thing is, I had heard through the grapevine, now, let me emphasize, through the grapevine, okay? That the state is taking a hard look at regional agreements and that they're looking to tighten up requirements on the regional agreements. All right, so we may have caught them in the middle of making some adjustments in what they want in the regional agreements.
And that could,
That could slow it down. That's what might be
Yeah.
slowing it down, Mike. Okay,
and that could go either way as far as being a benefit or not a benefit.
they're gonna tighten it, meaning make it harder for anybody to get out of a regional agreement.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Would you like to know what's going on the 14th?
Sure,
So they have
It's a long one.
they have a consent calendar, student advisory council,
Yeah.
administrative reports, subcommittee reports.
Subcommittee request.
And they have about 10 of them they're gonna run through.
Uh-huh,
I'm looking for a regional agreement. Then they have unfinished business, public comments, school committee concerns, and new business.
yeah,
So they're rolling into
yeah.
handbook changes, student improvement plans, regional
Yeah.
transportation, subcommittees.
Yeah,
I don't
we're not a
see,
subcommittee.
okay.
Yeah, we're not a subcommittee.
And then they have the
Yeah.
request for executive session. So I don't
Okay.
see the regional school agreement
No,
on there.
it won't be on there because they would have to call us back together again. Yeah. Now, along those lines, I have heard loud and clear that we would not be using the school for potential of a town hall. Now, I'm gonna put a caveat in there, Mike. And that is, if we do end up remodeling, modernizing this building, you know, part of the plan would be where people go or how you ship people around in this building or someplace else while they do the modernization.
Yeah.
So here's what I was going to run by you. And that is, do you want me to send an email, of course, it'll be a copy with you, to the Board of Selectmen, to say that we are not interested in a one-year extension on the lease while we consider whether or not we want to use the school. However, we would like to put a clause in there that we have the right to request to use space in the school if the need should arise. And I'm thinking of the modernization. Now, if you want to talk to the select board about that,
Be on there.
Yeah.
On that agenda.
Yeah. why don't you talk to them about it and let me know? Because I think we need to close it because that lease is up.
Yeah.
So if we're not, they were willing to work with us for a one-year extension. So we could talk about, do we want to use the school? Don't we want to use the school? Work it out and then go for the long-term lease. Or do we want to go ahead with the long-term lease and say, we want a clause in there that says, if the occasion should arise, or we need space in the school, we have the right to use space.
Yeah, and so I think where we kind of stated a little bit last Monday night was we didn't really score what we thought we would.
Yeah, I heard that.
For the feasibility study
Yeah.
for the legislature.
Yeah, I heard that.
So that feasibility study is gonna have to go out for RFPs to get a cost to see what comes forth. Before we can
mhm.
really move the ball forward at all on this
Mhm.
building,
Mhm.
on whether to build a completely new town hall. That's gonna depend on the feasibility study.
But the school is out, right? Or am I, speaking too soon?
I don't know that anything's out, but it
Okay.
was, the thought process was, and Phil Orbass stated it pretty
Mhm.
eloquently, that we don't own any more land in town to build a new school. If we utilize that for something else, and we had to build the school 20 years from now, where would we do it? If the demographics changed. So, and that's all hypothetical.
It's very hypothetical. I mean, please don't wish me in the grave that fast, Mike.
Well, myself either.
Yeah. Please.
So what is the lease?
Oh, the regional school district leases all the elementary schools from the towns. We own it,
Okay.
we're the landlord,
So it's leasing to
and
them.
we lease, and in our case, for $1.
Now,
So we have a lease and
our
Yeah.
elementary school, to build that addition on the elementary school, OCAM kind of had to make the deal with the state to regionalize K through 12. Up until that point, K through 6 was owned entirely by OCAM. We weren't regionalized, K through 6. But to get the funding to build the addition for the students that came along in the 90s and the early 2000s, to put the big addition on, the state required we regionalize K through 12. But up until that point, we had a 3-member school committee with 1 member, appointed to the Quabbin District Committee as a member. And that had always been the format up until the town voted to go for the funding.
So why don't you, the select board, discuss it, because I should get back to calling, because at least is up.
Yeah.
And we need to give some direction on how we would, what we want. If we went for a 1-year extension, it's not gonna hurt anything.
Right.
It'll give you a little bit of time to see what happens with feasibility studies and stuff. And at the end of that time, we could say, we'll renegotiate the lease long-term with the option that if the need for space should arise, we can use space in the school.
One of the things that was discussed was this addition,
Yeah.
which has no foundation under it other than a small knee wall,
Mhm.
and take this off and go up 2 stories and that
Yeah.
would get you into the hall upstairs with an elevator or another staircase, etc. And then move everybody in here, all that side gets remodeled.
Mhm.
But that's what the feasibility study is gonna have to determine with with an architect engineering assessment.
See, what I would advise is give yourself as many options as possible, because you never know if something's gonna fall through.
Yep.
So anyhow, that's my advice. Just go 1-year lease. And then the long-term lease with, because we don't know when we're gonna get the feasibility study or any kind of money to build.
The other thing we had come in, it's kind of changed the subject a little bit for town council.
Yeah.
We got from KB Law.
Yeah.
The firm was roughly 50 to 60, so I think your assessment of 75
Yeah,
would probably be the number to go with,
okay.
because if you
Yeah.
don't use it, you can always put it
We can
back.
always put it back.
But if we're gonna do it once, we
Do
don't want
it.
to be short,
Yeah,
just in case.
Yeah.
So that
See-
would be special town meeting coming up.
okay.
Um,
So there'll be
When, I don't
75
know,
to plan on. Now, the reason why I went with
above the existing,
15,
just everyday legal.
yeah,
And that's gonna be allocated solely for fighting?
I just put into the legal fund and then let them draw from the legal fund.
Okay,
Yeah.
Give yourself flexibility, boy, I'd give that.
Okay.
Now, what I was thinking, Mike, when I came up with 75, because I read some of the documents on the docket, on the siting board docket, and I'm reading all the authorities and I'm saying, our attorney will probably need to bring in his own authorities to dispute the authorities that they have.
Yeah, not going into it, but you're thinking along the right lines.
That's why I went 75. Now, I needed to ask you another question, Mike. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you, do you mind if I ask Maribel for the financing documents for the fire truck? Now, she said to me, did we do a short-term loan?
we did.
We did.
Okay, and it's coming up?
We did the first year,
Yeah,
and then the treasurer, who's no longer with us,
okay.
did it again. And I'm trying to be polite, but
It's not working out?
There
it
was,
wasn't done.
there were some
Correctly.
financial complications. We wanted a longer term
Oh,
loan, but there was not the right documentation in place for that to be
Well,
satisfied at that time.
okay, so that may work out to our
Maybe we're
benefit.
led to believe, I honestly can't say that that was
Okay.
the case or not,
Mm.
and that's why we have a treasurer firm here at the moment.
Yes, so FinCom was told at the time that they were to secure the longer term lease.
Yeah.
We needed to have at least three audits or 3 years of financial review or something like that
Mm,
in our ducks in a
And I
row.
think we were at
Mm.
that point, only the treasurer at the time it wasn't getting done,
Yeah, so,
Okay.
very last second.
so all I can tell you is what we
Okay.
were told on FinCom. What actually happens with the loan,
Okay.
I don't
all
know.
right.
So
So here, if it's, I'm hoping it's a short-term loan and it's coming up.
I think the plan would be to do
You know where I'm coming from.
like 10 years or less.
Okay. You know where I'm going right now, right?
I got an idea.
Yeah, I bet you.
I think it has to do with the savings bank.
You know it. So I wrote to the Bureau, I used DLS. I went to our rep and he sent it to others in the state, and the bureau chief came back to us and said, you should have between 10 and 14% in all reserves. That's free cash and stabilization.
But we can't have as much as we
Well,
want,
as much as you want.
right?
Do remember.
Yeah.
Those funds are for the benefit of the town. Now, you had talked to me about paying down debt.
Right.
It might be easier if we have a short-term debt coming up in the fire truck. And that comes to term end.
Right.
And we take money out of capitalization, which is a special stabilization fund. So it only requires a majority vote to take it out.
I
And
would
let's
think
pay down some of the debt.
you would have to do the calculation,
All right?
the fire truck versus what's left, say on the municipal building. I think we're
All right.
at 253 in principal. Or 237, I don't know. Dennis and I were arguing about what the exact number was, but
Okay,
it's roughly 105, 6,000 in interest. Because the interest is getting less and less each year.
yeah, right,
We're at right through 2039, we're at 18,500 principal.
right,
Through to the end of it.
right.
So what you would save in interest in the calculation with the fire truck may exceed that 105
Uh-huh, okay,
versus paying that out over 10 years. So that's something you would have to wait as a
All right.
finance committee to see which is
Okay.
the better bang for the dollar,
okay, all
which I
right,
think is what you're asking me.
yes.
Well, I heard Claire ask if she could request from Maribel the documents on,
I want to
That
see the
loan?
documents on the fire truck, so I know when the loan is coming up.
I do,
So
yeah,
you know whether or not it's possible, you
but that
know,
may be in the treasurer's office. 'Cause
okay,
the treasurer did the borrowing,
oh, okay,
so I think Maribel just has the original purchase and sale,
okay,
you know, in the,
we should have access to that. So if you wanted to reach out.
yeah,
So about
Yeah.
how much do we owe on the truck?
I want to say the original appropriation was 850.
yeah. it was
And then
around-
we
yeah,
had a
yeah.
side article for equipment that had nothing to do with borrowing.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
It had to do with from general funds to equip the truck, so it wouldn't build up the price of
Mhm,
the vehicle.
mhm.
But if I remember correctly, there was a town in Vermont that ordered the exact same truck, actually with more equipment,
Mm,
and it showed up the wrong color. It
yeah,
showed up
that's what I remember,
Yeah, that's what Tim said.
yeah,
Instead of teal green or whatever.
something like that, yeah,
So the chief was able to get that truck at, I wanna say it was 700 some odd
Oh,
thousand.
I thought, yeah, it was a number
I-
like 650, 700, something.
I
like
thought it was 800, I thought it was
It's in the
800.
Was it? Okay.
Oh, okay, I thought it was
Could have
800,000,
been, but the original
Okay.
yeah,
debt exclusion was 850,
okay,
and it came in what they got the truck for, because they had a truck, what are we gonna do with it?
Right.
It's painted green, or it's painted red, we want a green one. type of
Yeah.
thing. And it actually had
Yeah.
more
Got more.
bells and whistles than what he was specking out.
I remember thinking, I wish we had that kind of money that we could throw around, we don't like the truck, you know.
I guess it's
Jeez
working out really well,
Louise.
so.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at it.
So when you talk about, because you bring this up once before, talk about paying down the truck or.
Well, I
So
hate
if
to
you-
tell you about that truck. It's $85,000. I'm sorry, Vin, and $40,000
40,000 in interest.
Like-
Yeah.
But
I was
that's a
like,
1 year, that's a
how?
1 year. Because it didn't get locked into a,
Yeah,
I don't know if the interest rate would be any different.
we'd have to see what the interest rate is and what the going rates are, I guess, right?
So you gotta pull the
Okay.
file from the treasurer to see what the exact, and you can ask Maribel if she has, it.
Yeah,
Claire,
and
does
if
that
not,
match?
She
she,
has a copy of
if
it.
she, yeah,
It's supposed to be under, for our records, it's supposed to be under 0100-710
is that,
/0100
is that the,
751.
hang on, is that supposed to be the file?
This is the fire truck debt amounts under the debt sections.
Yeah,
Is that what you're looking at?
oh shit, they changed, I think they changed the numbers though. We have new, when did she send that?
This is the December 13th one.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking at here. All the numbers changed because we went into new software. So is
you
that
have
the account
principal-
number?
You have principal and interest.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
85,000
Yeah.
and
40
40,000,
interest.
yeah.
Now, how much do we owe on the building?
Well, we pay 18,125, so I know that it's,
500, 18,500.
So you're gonna ask the
Principal.
treasurer.
well, right now,
It
for
says it one twenty-five.
this year it's 18,125
And 13,775.
and 13,775 right?
Got
I'm
5
sorry.
You're gonna ask the treasurer. for that
I'll ask the
document.
treasurer and I'm
Close
gonna
enough.
ask Maribel, she can go in the office and get the
Do you-
damn contract.
Any idea what we,
Okay,
Thank you.
Well,
but I'll do
Dennis
that,
and I,
okay?
we added it
I'll
up.
take care of it one way or the other.
I came up with like 237,
Did you?
which means I might have missed the year. And him and Don came up with 253 in principal.
all right, so somewhere around 250.
But we'll get
And
the
roughly
figures.
105, 106 in interest, but if you're
Yeah.
paying 40,000 a year on the fire truck in interest,
And we're up for renegotiation.
and we need to refinance that 1-year loan. If in 3 years' time, that's over 105 in interest.
Yes.
2 years' time is 80 something at 40,000 a year.
So I'll work on putting numbers together because the numbers will tell you what to do.
Yes.
They'll tell you what to do, okay?
What else did you have, Mr. Selectman?
Well, he didn't. I interrupted him.
That's what I wanted to
I had a whole bunch
bring it
of,
back to you for a second.
I just wanted
and I think that's all I had, Mike.
to see what Claire had the feedback on
Yeah.
all the stuff we just talked about
Mm.
and the school. And I'll wait till you get to you got DPW, we don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
Do we have the fiscal policies on here?
yes.
Oh,
All right.
good. Okay, because I have questions on that.
So let's,
I can't, now that I think, I can't honestly say whether we kicked it down the road to the next meeting or whether we did it. I just don't remember.
Okay,
all right, we'll bring it back to the
Okay.
agenda then.
but
And-
you would have told Maribel.
He's thinking about it.
He's thinking about
I
it.
wasn't here that
I
night.
know.
So for
Was we-
Oh,
the fiscal
shoot.
year 26 spending, that's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
have in front of you?
Yeah,
So we finally got, or not finally, but we have the period one numbers in front of us.
yeah.
And Vinny, it's one of those where you're looking for anything below 8.33%. And the total outlaid at the moment is 4.55%.
Well, they just got started, so I wasn't getting excited until I saw the overdraft from the library.
Oh,
But I said, I'm not gonna worry about the overdraft from the library because I've talked with Lori Barkus about this before. If it's expense item, as long as the money in the expense part of the budget,
which, are you talking about the $4,200?
no,
Which one are you talking about?
let me see who it was. It was the library, I was pretty sure. So let me go down, let me find library. Find,
Oh, you're talking about the $75?
yeah,
Yeah.
which is nothing. But
Okay.
usually if you overspend in any line item in expense, as long as you have enough money in expense, it's not a big deal. That's why we approve the budget as expense and personnel.
So for the record,
Some
she's
not.
talking about under the library
Oh, there it is.
department, the CW Mars line.
Yeah, so apparently they didn't get an accurate quote from CW Mars.
They had allocated $1,258
Yeah.
and they spent $1,333
Yeah,
for an overage of $75.
and everybody is under, of course, this is a first month.
All right.
But here's what set me a little bit into a tizzy. And I know I picked on you selectmen before about this, and I'm not picking on you. Because I read the fiscal policies, so now I'm not picking.
Oh, we're not on fiscal policies yet.
No, but this is the operating budget. But there are other monies that are in the trial balance. And I had asked Lori Barkus for the trial balance because COA has grants, anybody that has grant money or revolving account, and you're spending money in revolving account and depositing, we won't have a trial balance for a couple months.
Is that because of the conversion?
No, I don't think so. I think it has to do with year-end closing myself.
Okay.
I know the one big account that we got straightened out was the wiring inspector's account.
Okay.
And that had roughly 47,000 in it.
Mhm,
And that dated to the Barry Road, Silverfield, I believe.
mhm.
And we got a hold of the wiring inspector and said, hey, do we owe you this money?
Mm.
So he researched all his records and he goes, no, you don't owe me.
Okay,
So that somehow is the town's cut of whatever. But, so that was voted to go into,
Okay.
the operating budget,
to come out of the revolving account it'll end up being free cash
it'll go into free cash, okay,
next year. And that was, they left, I think we left 7 or 8 in there,
Yeah.
just in case.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
so it'd be an even 40 that,
So then when they do the year-end closing, they'll close it off to free cash.
yeah, I mean, Dennis could not find anywhere where him or the
Yeah.
prior wiring inspector was owed any money for
Okay.
that project, so.
So anybody like in council on aging, we have to watch those accounts very carefully because that's where the money transactions take place. So I had expressed concern before I'm keeping duplicate sets of books, which is no longer me, and now it's Kathy Usher. But we can get into that later.
Yeah.
But it'll be a couple months before we ever see a trial balance.
So good catch with the library. Did you have any other concerns on FY 26?
Actually, no, I don't have any concerns. I saw that and I said, oh, they underestimated. Now they're gonna have to take it out of some other line item to make the whole expense budget, balance.
Vinny, did you have any concerns on period 1 early in the year?
No, nothing.
So then I checked, we don't have any FY 25 transfers or outstanding items. I didn't see any emails from Lori.
That
Mike-
should be done.
Mike, did you have
Those,
anything?
those last minute things that popped up,
Yeah,
we were able to transfer from within existing accounts that
Yeah.
had overages.
Yeah. Yeah.
To,
to cover these shortages.
so compared to last June.
Yeah.
Where we wiped out the finance committee's reserve fund
Mhm.
down to what, a couple of $100s?
Yeah, I believe 300 maybe.
I think everybody, department wise in town, really held pretty good. To only have those few hiccups at the last
Just,
minute.
just with the conversion to the new Vadar system, I was surprised that we hadn't received any emails from Lori in the last few weeks about any last minute items or monies found or things need to be transferred, but
If they had a
Good.
clean cut over, they shouldn't have. If they had a clean cut over,
never known a software transition to go
you've never
smoothly.
worked for Saint Cobain. You have never worked for Saint Cobain. I did 60 plants. They had no issues.
That's very impressive.
And I thought it was.
All right,
Yeah, we're
financial
consultants.
policies review. Vinny, so we kicked this one from the last meeting because it was a lot of reading.
There's a lot of words there.
There were a lot of words there. Claire, did you have a chance to go through them? Did you?
I read all of them, so that's why I'm not concerned now about the trial balance. Because apparently, and I didn't know this, Mike, departments are supposed to keep their accounts. And they're supposed to keep track of their receipts and their expenditures. And they are responsible for making sure it agrees with the official town documents. And I didn't know that. But we do, at the Council of Aging, I always did, because we never always got the trial balance.
I can't say where the diversion was from doing that versus
Yeah.
30 years ago,
Yeah,
because it was pretty well standard. SOP.
Vinny, did you have any concerns on the documents?
well, when I,
Can't speak to it.
I got some
when I
general
when I came
questions.
to the
Okay.
COA, I had to reconstruct the entire account.
Sorry, Claire.
Sorry.
So, all these policies. Couple of just general questions. One, where are they? I mean, where does somebody find them?
Where do they live?
Yeah,
So they were just approved by the selectmen in those two groups. Maribel emailed them to us. I assume they're gonna be posted to the town website. I don't know if they have. them.
are all the policies on the website? I haven't gone and
I
looked.
have asked Maribel to, just for the selectman's office, put them together into
Yeah.
a binder,
Okay,
physical binder, so for quick reference.
okay.
It's not done yet because we're not done with
You're not done with
with the
it?
policies
The
coming.
only one I saw approved officially when I read the policies, the only one was ice and snow. That's the only one that says approved by,
I think that was the very first one.
Yeah.
She
We're up
emailed us.
to 1 through 15 is approved.
Yes,
And I
1 through
honestly
15?
don't remember whether we did 16 through 18
if
last
you,
Monday.
if you did, it was not emailed to us.
No,
But we have We have 1 through 15.
We
I
have,
have
being
all of
approved.
them. She sent us the rest. I have
Yes,
1 through 18. I read
was it
them all.
18, yeah, 17 or 18, whatever it was.
Yes, yeah, it was a lot, a
Yeah, it was.
lot.
which email do you have for 18? Because I have the first set of 10, then I have 11 through 15.
Let's see. So who did that come from?
They came from Maribel. Subject line, financial policies.
Here they are, but don't use
Oh, you
this
don't.
Oh,
one.
yeah, 11 through
This
15.
is mass stabilization, so from here on down are the 18.
That is,
Yeah, so
When you-
1, 2.
When you do read through them,
Yeah,
I don't know what percentage, but.
Okay, there are
a lot of
15.
them,
All right,
it's
still more.
the way we've been operating.
yeah, so there are 15 of
We're not
those.
Too far. off. Then paragraph here, paragraph there.
So I think to answer Vinny's question, he
Well,
would like to
it's a
see
little more
them
general questions, like
somewhere public.
when, yeah, where, if, for one, how does anybody know that they're there? And, where are they, that you can go look at them? Various departments, I mean, there's only, some of them pertain to us, a lot of them don't.
well, I'll tell you what, when I read them, there were 2 in particular that I knew pertained to us. From the Council on Aging.
Yeah.
One was to keep track of your receipts and your expenditures. And it's your responsibility to make sure that you agree with the town account.
Well, that's something we can certainly bring up the next meeting, once they're all approved,
Yes, once they're all approved.
voted on with any, whatever the corrections are. I know
Yeah.
There were some corrections because we had to put the town Ocam in. on,
Yeah,
Because it, fill in your town type thing.
Yeah,
but it brings up, like I saw 2, and I left them for Kathy Usher, who's the treasurer. I said, Kathy, these pertain to you. So you need to read these and follow them.
So it's still, where does the department go look and see what policies are?
Well, I think your original question was really germane, and that was how do they know to go to look for something?
so that directive will come from the Board of Selectmen after they have their binder.
Right.
I think I would advise that it's posted to the town website, but that's a decision they're gonna make and
Okay.
they're still in progress.
So we don't know yet.
Yeah, I think that's the correct.
I think it's just still in
Okay.
progress, because it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, like I said, it's just a general question.
Completed to be accepted,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
accepted yet.
And it's a select board that is the enforcer of the policies.
Yeah, I would think so. Phil,
I
and
mean, that
Finance
makes
committee
makes
too, I
sense.
would think.
Okay.
We have
You guys
the
have a lot of control and
oversight in an advising capacity. But yeah, the Board of Selectmen run the town.
You're right.
Sorry, keep going with your questions.
Well, just a few little things. Actually, one question, okay, in the forecasting one, says the accountant makes a 5-year plan every year. Is that something new? Or do we actually have?
We never had a
plan.
5-year plan. We tried it with equipment.
yeah, that would be, I would think it'd be the only thing you would be able to do with it would be equipment and borrowed money.
2/3
And
of
just
our budget.
project,
Yeah,
Yeah,
projection of, probably go up this much next year and,
So the accountant did take these from other towns, as Mike alluded to.
yeah.
right,
And so a lot of towns will have a CIP, capital improvement plan. Most of the time you look out 5 years. So
Right.
my guess is that language came from one of those. I have not personally seen a 5-year forecast from our accountant.
We've never done
It
that.
doesn't mean there hasn't been one. Paul, do you remember a 5-year forecast from our accountant?
5-year forecast for what now?
From the accountant?
We never did a plan, Paul, where we said, this is our budget this year and going out 5 years. This is what we expect the budgets to be next fiscal year, next.
I don't
We
remember
never
seeing
did
as
that.
far as the forecast.
No, we
Yeah,
never
but
did
that
it.
will happen now.
Well, so
Well,
there's
We have
verbiage
to work on that.
that it would happen now.
well, it's,
Well, and because the other thing to that is there's no date. It just says the accountant's gonna do it at the, the end of the year. It's not like by October or whatever.
Yeah. No, the
Whatever.
date thing is a good idea. If you want to take that item, I'd love for you to email Lori, copy,
Okay.
copy FinCom and ask that question of should there be a date associated with this? Because should it be by June 30th? Should it be by December 31st?
Yeah,
What Yeah, I would probably move it into a less busy time for
I
her.
was gonna say, after the end of the year
Yeah.
and whatever, I mean,
Sep-
it's not like it's an
September
urgency,
might-
it's just
yeah.
that there should be. Otherwise it's, maybe happen sometime in the future.
If you're getting into something has no official date, there's no reason she couldn't do it in September when she had available time or something like that. So
Alright.
that's a great question to ask.
I remember the issue, Paul.
Sorry, Claire. Vinny still has
Yeah,
the floor.
okay, all right, Vinny.
Um,
And I'll tell you what the issue was we found with the 5-year.
okay, and actually some of it, I mean, really just more general questions of, debt management. We say, now it should be 2 to 5%. I'm just curious, so where are we with that?
Ooh.
The 2 to 5% of what, Vinny? Do you remember?
Of yearly budget?
Of yearly budget?
Hmm.
Well, then you'd have to look at all your debt exclusions. Is what you'd look at. And you look at our
So we-
budget is 5 million, right? So whatever 2% is of 5 million, which I'm not gonna do in my head right now.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know.
Screw it up.
I mean, there's no action there. It's just, like I said, that's
Mhm.
just
A lot of times items like that, Alan would track in his own spreadsheet.
Mhm.
All the various debt pieces. If that's something you're interested in building, we could certainly work on building one of those.
We have to track our debt, especially
Yeah.
debt exclusion, because that is expense and revenue.
right.
And Lori will have all those numbers. But you're looking for a nice, simple spreadsheet that gives you it as percent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious where we are with relation to what we're saying we're gonna do.
One thing we don't show, like, I believe this year our tax rate per thousand is 11.55.
Hmm,
But it doesn't break down to show the debt exclusions as to what that dollar number is per thousand. It's all lumped into one.
yeah, you probably could break it down, but you have to know,
Yeah, you'd have to know.
You have
the
to know
exact
what-
Debt,
yeah, you have to,
which we do, but we include it.
Yeah.
In the 11.55, it's included.
Yeah.
But if you separated it, you would actually, your general operating budget,
yeah,
schools, town, et cetera,
Yeah.
would be a much lower number. And then you could see your cost per thousand for the municipal building, the school roof, fire truck,
For the last few years, the debt had been moved under various line items in the budget, Claire.
I saw
And-
that, but
And Lori has said best practice was to move it all out to the end.
it's no problem.
And so she was in the process of separating it out.
And she did in this budget.
Okay.
Now, may I say something else? Have you ever gone on to DLS and look at the Muni Bank?
No.
Go there, Vin,
Hmm.
because they probably have those figures for you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, go to the,
Come on.
go to Department of Local Services, go to municipal. Just ask the question. And they have a municipal data bank. And what's really nice about it is they got all that stuff for you.
Oh,
They
okay.
have all of our debts. They have our budget. They have our revenue broken down by free cash, tax, local revenue, blah, 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 blah,
they
and
have the
all broken
graphics.
down.
And you can compare it to neighboring
Oh,
towns.
okay.
And
I'll
it's-
check it out.
5 years and you can look at everybody. Any town you can look at.
All right.
What else you have for us?
Actually, just one even simpler question, I think. Under financial reserves, it has all the various percentages. It talks about an overlay account,
Yes,
which I have never heard mentioned. Do we have one?
yes, we do.
Okay,
And not only do we, but that's part of the budget when you put it together.
it's,
So you look at your revenue and then you subtract overlay.
all right.
And overlay comes from the assessors. And that's a reserve.
And is
for
that somewhere in the budget that I can see it?
Well, I don't know how you do the budget now, but we always had it in revenue. We would say,
What line item is it in this latest one that we got from Kaylee?
I didn't see anything.
So that's what he's asking.
Okay, so I don't see it there.
Okay.
It's probably in the trial balance.
All right.
It's probably in
And again,
trial.
I was just curious because I
It's
mean,
not
I
on
know,
the
I know
budget.
what it is and I see it in the policy, but I just have never heard it talked about.
So when the accountant does
question.
the revenue, they do Prop 2.5.
Right.
Then they do estimated estimated new growth.
Mhm.
Then they start subtracting out exemptions and abatements. they subtract out overlay. And that is how much money they're reserving in case people default on paying their taxes.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, I understand. I just am curious where it is.
And we have taken money from overlay before.
Yeah, we did
Yeah, we have.
30 years ago. They were,
Even more recently, when Paul and I were.
Yeah.
We took money from overlay. We went to them and said, we need money. How much do you have in
I
overlay?
don't remember the exact amount, but I think we took 80,000 out of it because it was just fat with cash.
We didn't have that much. I think they had,
Versus
yeah, we didn't have that much.
we added up, what the abatements were,
Yeah,
what.
the
everything, and
exemptions.
it amounted to not serious money.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
everybody at that time was paying on
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
That warranted having that much, so.
And what's really good is that these policies state how you tap into that overlay,
Right.
which was really good.
So when Lori sends out the revenue forecast, overlay is in that. And so for the record, for FY 25, the overlay was negative $52,621.52.
How much was it?
Negative 52,000.
Nothing.
And so for
That's nothing.
for FY 26, she put in an estimate of 50,000, negative 50,000.
That's a lot.
And she has a note that it needs to verify the amount with the assessors.
Yes.
And
Okay.
The number comes from the assessors. They will tell you what they want for their overlay.
so we'd have to confirm if she got a final number. So again, that would be a very quick email to Lori. Hey, Lori, was looking to confirm either the FY 26 revenue numbers or just confirm, I saw that you had 50,000 drafted.
You should have had that before you went to town meeting.
Yeah.
You should have had that before you went to the town
So
meeting.
she had it put in as at 50,000. I can't speak if we had an exact number or not.
Because we always needed to know a number, because in that case, if you don't know, you may have said we don't have revenue when you did. So in the future, we should say, Lori,
Yeah.
we would always go to the assessors and say, give us the overlay number to deduct from our revenue for the year, because we have to have a number.
Yeah, I can take that on and ask her
Yeah.
ask her to fill in the blanks.
And she's excellent, so I'm guessing she got the correct number. Just in the last email that I have about it, there's that note, need to confirm with assessor.
But you know what that means? Is you may have thought that you needed to cut people on the budget and you didn't.
Yeah, it means we left money on the table.
You left money on the table.
More than $356.42.
That's correct. You left money on the table when you needed it for an operating budget.
And when we did it, like I say, 30 years ago, I think we pulled the money at town meeting and we put it right in stabilization. We
Mhm.
didn't need it,
Mhm,
but we
mhm.
still.
You know, Mike, we'll have a discussion tonight.
But that's a long time ago, so I could feel a
Okay,
little,
okay.
So
But-
Vinnie, you still have the floor.
I mean, that's really just the
If there's any,
the detail engineer in me says.
yeah, so if
You got an overall of 7 to 10% that you should be looking for. And free cash is 3 to 5, stabilization is 5 to 10, and that comes out to 8 to 15, which is bigger than 7 to 10.
So I get a feeling that you're hesitant to ask some real nitpicky questions.
I'm not sure how deep to go here.
So I think that's a good reason that we have the email. So you can put in an email, whether you pose it to FinCom or you pose it to Lori and copy FinCom.
Mhm.
I think these are all very valid questions to ask. And, you never know when something might have been just copied and pasted from a different town
Exactly.
that doesn't apply to us. So,
Again, that's just from, years of.
and especially when it's a nuanced,
statistics and-
yeah, when it's a nuanced item like that, we don't necessarily have to sit here in 90-degree heat and discuss it.
Exactly, Yeah. So is Lori the one that wrote these?
Lori,
No. Lori didn't write these.
no, she worked, well, she's used them in other towns.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
'Cause
guessing,
A
But
lot
she's
of
the
them-
one that,
A lot of them look like boilerplate.
Yes.
I'm sure, yeah.
Boilerplate.
But they came from her.
from her firm would be my
Okay.
guess, yes.
All right.
She had said she had used them in other towns.
And you know what it said in the fiscal policy? It said you shouldn't have any more in free cash or any of your reserves, including stabilization, than, I think it was 10 to 15%.
which is what you said.
And that's exactly what the bureau chief said for the state.
So that is the fiscal
Not to
policies.
rub it in, but
Right, I'll let you have it.
All right.
Let me have 1 point, Mike, okay?
So the next item was the new account numbers. Did anyone hear any issues with the new account numbers?
No. Lori gave us a conversion chart, which made it
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, made it easy.
I haven't done anything that would require knowing them.
Okay. And then we had an email about the DPW vehicles. Did everyone get a chance to read that?
Oh,
I didn't see the email.
I didn't either.
What email?
Mike, who did that come to? And by DPW, of course,
Came-
Highway Department.
Came to the selectmen. I didn't see who else it went to, but from Patrick, our highway superintendent.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
They just had the vehicle inspections 2 weeks ago,
Yes, okay.
10 days. And the 1996 and which is 30 years old,
There it is.
has some corrosion issues.
Yeah,
And then I think it's a 2004, it's the green truck
yeah.
It's 2004.
that was bought used out of Vermont
Mhm.
quite a few years ago. That one has a double frame. There's corrosion between the double frame. The person that inspected them, he gave him a sticker,
For 1 year.
well,
Right.
till
Yeah.
inspection time next year. He said one of them may go another year. He
Yeah.
said, but depending on how they survive the winter, they may one or maybe both. Talking with Patrick real quick, you know, we voted the sander controls and the electronics for to control the spread of the salt.
Yeah.
He contacted the manufacturer supplier of that equipment. And he informed them that all that stuff is transferable to a new vehicle. So there would be no loss there, you know, if you install them.
So in his email, he said specifically, he's not recommending we go out and buy 2 new trucks.
Right.
But we'd be looking at potentially 1 new or used truck and some temporary fixes, some Band-Aid fixes to keep another truck on the road.
I think the oldest truck, the 96, is probably the better of the two,
And the purpose of the truck?
plow truck.
Just the plow truck.
It's one of the big ones that sands and plows.
Okay. Do you have the
Dump
letter?
truck also.
So the email went from Patrick simply to the Board of Selectmen. And I can forward it to you
Would you
guys.
forward to all those
Yeah.
guys? Yeah. Mhm. So, because we should put it in the plans, you know?
Well, the other thing, I talked to Pat
Yeah,
yesterday. He's been talking with Isabel, Mass DOT. And our 90 money looks like it's gonna be a little higher than expected
that
going
is really
forward.
good.
So possibly there could be funds there to fund a 6-wheeler. But that's something he's gotta come before the board and discuss it and I think it includes the truck. Hydraulics, dump body, which would be like a live sander body, I guess, and dump combo and a plow frame, but it wouldn't include a wing plow and, you know, a front plow for 1 truck. So roughly in the 250,000 range. So
Well, how much was he expecting to get in chapter 90? And you'll see that
I
in the
don't
trial
want-
balance bin.
I don't want to
Trial
quote
balance
the
is in
number,
chapter
but
90.
I think it's going to be in the 6 range. Well, but it's,
600,000?
yeah, but plus he has money still that he's gonna do projects this late summer. And then so there's a window there where that might not take a bite out of the town, and that's a discussion, you know, that he wants to come in and talk to the board about. But he doesn't need it right now. But now that we know this, we can plan as to what we're gonna do come this time next year. In
Okay.
case they don't pass inspection, you know, we've got,
Chapter 90 money to cover it.
or town money, or we've got something on the way,
What was the number you heard, Mike?
6. There were a couple different things. There was a supplemental, and I don't have the breakdown in front of me that he sent, but
Okay, just because on the state website, I'm seeing a total of $425,000 for the FY 26 apportionment.
yeah, and then there was an additional amount on that.
There was more on top of that? Okay,
That bump, unless he's adding in what he already has. Bumping that over,
Could be.
okay.
Yeah,
but there, I want to say he mentioned there was an additional
appropriation.
that the governor signed to, and I forget what it was under, but might not have been under 90, but it basically ends up at 90. And I'm probably not saying that right, so.
Okay.
don't quote me.
So maybe it was under the fair share supplemental bill?
Yeah, could be. That was the millionaire's tax, the fair share thing.
I don't know.
I'm trying to find the
I don't know the
details on it
official name.
now.
I just know that's the millionaire's tax.
Yeah, I think that's where that.
Claire's not happy about having to pay it.
Wouldn't that be
All right,
nice?
I don't see a number, but that's good to know. So that was what I had on DPW vehicles, unless you had something else, Mike.
No, so you can get through the winter, other than whatever normal breakdowns happen. And that'll be,
But I assume highway vehicles are a pretty substantial cost, and it sounds like he's been doing his homework.
Yeah.
And so we'll
yeah,
have
I'll
to
tell you,
see,
he does do that.
so we'll see what we'll see what he recommends.
But whether it's, he went through a couple of different styles of trucks, like International, Mac, whatever. They were all pretty much a wash. in what you get. He did recommend getting a wing plow, because if they replace the one that has the wing plow now, it just kind of goes with the territory.
Awesome.
We're getting a hold of not always having part-timers.
Okay.
You know, 2 passes is better than 4 passes on a road in the middle of a big storm,
Yeah.
type of thing. It works well on Turnpike Road. That's a truck that Harold Black drives, and that he clears that in 2 passes. And they have a shorter wing. It's not a big wing.
Yeah.
To handle the width of the road. I guess it's worked out really well over the years.
That'll be a nice item for us to track and see what he comes to the table with. New business is not on here, but as usual, we always open it up to new business. I had one, which was the uploading of the agendas. Did you guys see the email from Maribel about a month ago on that?
I did.
So,
I think I saw it, but now I don't.
okay, she would
I'm
like,
old enough that I can't remember that far back now.
she would like us to assign somebody. So I write up the agendas
Mhm.
and currently email them to her and the town clerk, and she posts them. We're looking for a volunteer. There are 2 members who are not present, but
Well, we can volunteer one of them.
speaking of, so Vinny got,
Isn't that
Vinny
how
got
it
the
works?
joke. But I was looking to see, she does want a volunteer to learn how to post to the town website. If anyone is interested in the room, feel free to speak up. And if not, we'll put it out to the full FinCom.
I can do it. I've done it before.
Okay. All right.
I did it on the old website for us on FinCom.
You know, and it probably wouldn't be bad for a couple of us to know.
Yeah, and when I learn, I'll teach you. How's that
Okay,
sound? Okay,
that's a deal.
all right,
So she'll get you a username and access.
yeah,
Vinny, you'll have to, if you're volunteering too, we'll get you connected with Maribel. Because you'll want the same thing, I believe, for cybersecurity reasons. We don't want to share logins, but
Right.
I'll let Maribel address
All right.
that.
The only last thing, if I can.
Yeah, we're in new business.
We haven't, had a meeting with the treasury firm.
you have not.
No, because she's not at a point where
Okay.
she can come in and say, this is this, that is that.
Mhm.
But at some point, obviously, we know her expenses are more than what's budgeted. So we're kind of hoping to be able to, when she gets to that point, give us a realistic, hey, how many hours in that office?
Yeah,
Because there's this 15-hour thing that we're budgeted for. And I don't know how realistic that was.
you know, after reading some of these fiscal policies, there was so much more involved than I realized, Mike.
But when we had an elected treasurer
Mhm,
and an elected tax collector,
mhm.
I want to honestly say that they were both over 15 hours a week. And to
Mhm.
condense the two positions to 15 hours a week, I don't know how that's tenable.
It's an
Which is to
excellent
say,
point.
I don't know how Lisa Taylor did it.
She knew it for a number of years. And when you do a job for a number of
Yeah.
years and you got your system down, you can do so much more.
But I can remember Sue Carpenter being in there and how many days she was here during the week, just on the tax collector side. And the amount of hours. And then the treasurer's side, which
Yeah.
was Mr. Connors and then Edna. To me, in my head, it adds up more than what we're allowing.
From what I read in that policy, the treasurer's actually gonna do all that. Because she has all these reconciliations she has to do,
Yeah.
cash reconciliations.
That's just the
And
treasurer.
That's just the treasurer and reconciling with the banks. And then what you have to do in preparation for the bank deposit. And then making sure that your records agree, the treasury records are in agreement with the general ledger. Right. And you know what the problem is, Mike? If you miss one step, you miss one, you input one figure wrong. You are screwed. You are there for a couple hours trying to figure it out. And you lose time.
So I guess the gist of that is we are going to have to ask
Yeah.
for money from stabilization to get through June 30th
Mhm.
with the firm, and then, and the board hasn't talked about it.
Yeah.
Do we continue to try to find that person that can do the job? Which hasn't been the case. It is, right now, it's getting done. I think Sarah Hunter's doing a fantastic job in there.
Well, I noticed at the office, those desks would have piles of
You
paper.
couldn't see the top of the desk
Yeah.
before, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
She seems to have a pretty good handle on it, and
But we'd like to meet with you with the, excuse me. I would like to meet with the company when you meet with them, because I'd like to hear everything I'd like to hear what Sarah is saying about what she has to do.
Yeah.
And if you read these fiscal policies, I have to say, Mike, it was an eye opener to me. It really was. Because there were a bunch of things that she has to do in concert with the assessors.
Mhm.
And then I was looking at all these reconciliations that she's doing, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys have ever done an account reconciliation. Ever done an account reconciliation?
So Mike, was that all you had for new business?
Sorry,
yeah, like I say,
it's tough.
I asked her talked with her shortly last Tuesday, and I said, hey, will you let us know when you can come in and talk to us?
Okay.
And I would hope that
I would like,
some of you
yeah,
will be there.
yeah,
And,
to get a good appreciation.
Will that be
Once
an
she has
in-session
a-
meeting? Will that be an in-session meeting?
oh, yeah,
Okay, yeah, so
just to,
we can certainly attend.
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can get an
very
update
good to do
as to
so,
how things are going,
yeah.
what her projections are. You know,
Is it a Massachusetts firm?
yeah, she's from Hardwick, Mass.
She's from Hardwick? Really?
Trying to. Not Mass Muni, the name of
Huh.
it,
The firm's located in Hardwick, or she's located in Hardwick?
that's where she lives. Yeah.
That's where she lives.
She has quite a few towns, I guess, but
Hmm.
I guess mostly what she does is she goes in cases like OCAM
Hmm.
and brings everything back up to speed. Because so many towns are in the same boat we are as far as
Yeah.
getting qualified.
I know, they are,
And
like,
So I guess the whole point is we're gonna have to spend money to have a competent
person,
treasurer collector,
yeah.
and it's gonna have to be worthwhile for. So I don't know how that's gonna fly.
Do you think any input from Lori Barkus would be helpful? Because the accountant works very closely with the treasurer.
Well, Lori's had a very big input.
She
Yeah.
did,
I wanted to do an audit.
Yeah.
Of the treasurer's office,
okay.
because we had treasurer leave under not so great terms,
Mhm.
and just for whoever was to step in,
Yeah,
I wanted a clean audit.
yeah,
And Lori had gone through with Maribel, had kind of done kind of an initial assessment that yeah, it's a mess, but there's nothing
Amiss, nothing amiss.
amiss. That's a good term for it.
Nothing amiss. Well, you know, I have outstanding transactions with the treasurer. And because I couldn't get a trial balance, it was end of the year. And so I went to Lori, I said, you and I reconcile to this point. These are my outstanding transactions. Confirm that you are holding these before posting. And she came back and we were in 100% agreement. So I felt better. I felt better. We had not missed anything.
So we'll definitely have some people in attendance at that meeting.
Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be, but we will let you know.
Sounds like she's
would be good.
sounds like she's a Chris Traeger and Ben Wyatt all wrapped up in one, if you're a Parks and Rec fan. So other new business, I'll go to Claire first.
No, I think I covered everything with Mike.
Okay. I'll go to Vinny.
Nothing.
Nothing. So I think the only other thing I had of note for us was just, I hope everyone's just we don't have to discuss it, but keeping an eye on neighboring towns and their legal expenses, overruns, and their override votes. I'm sure that we've all been following it closely in the news, but it should,
Well, Barry was a big negative.
yeah, so it should give us pause and at least make us wary about wasting money.
Well,
Barry probably would have been successful if they had addressed what got them to that point, which I don't think they did. And once they do, I'm sure they'll get their override.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure everyone was keeping
Yeah.
an eye on the neighbors.
so what I was gonna do, Mike, and I've started, kind of started. I was gonna look at our, you know, our budgets through to 2026. And I don't wanna bother Lori right now because she's busy. But then when she does have a chance to be looking at I can probably get a lot off of the Muni Bank from the state.
Yeah.
You know, our income revenue stream. And, you know, you talked about a 5-year projection. What really held us up with a 5-year projection was the school said, we have no idea what we're gonna get for revenue, and it's 2/3 of the budget.
Right, and that's true.
It's true.
In any given year, you're not gonna
Yeah,
get
but-
5 years out of the state.
I can tell you right now, we will remain in hold harmless for the next couple of years. So you know what you're gonna get for chapter 16, chapter 17, or chapter 71, excuse me, 7. Don't know what you're gonna get for 71 for transportation. You don't know what you're gonna get for, circuit breaker. But you can kind of look at the past history and kind of get a trend of where it might go. This might be a trend breaker this year, but you can go on the conservative side.
I mean, I can't speak for the other two selectmen, just for myself, but I would like to see the budget season for 2027 start sometime this fall.
Well,
And I know it's early,
it is early, Mike.
It's never too early.
No, don't say that. From a fiscal standpoint, Mike, you want 6 months of history.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you can't start in January. Because I am gonna have some real particular questions to ask for people as I go through this stuff. So, you know, and I'm even thinking that before they come in for a meeting, I'm gonna have questions that I'm gonna ask them, you know, be prepared to bring with you. Because there are things I'm gonna be asking them about, because you've got to have an idea of where we're going. And I'm thinking in
well,
terms of,
when I say that, let me kind of,
okay,
I'll use the tree board, for example. I should be getting quotes in December for July 1st,
okay,
so that when I present my budget, you know, and usually it's like the highway quotes for materials. Nobody wants to bid them until just before the new start of the fiscal year. But if you can get that, because it's winter time,
yeah,
but if you can get that number, it really lets us know what our costs are going to be for the budget. So by the time we find out what salt and sand is gonna cost going into the next year, we've already gone to town meeting.
well,
But that's clear.
that is asked backwards, excuse me.
I don't know that was Claire's point.
Yeah,
No, that was my point.
Oh,
but what I'm saying is dovetails with you. I'd say, wait till the beginning of the year. wait till the beginning of the year. And then, but what you want is you want a thorough discussion with the departments.
Yeah.
And we don't want a start. Because when I put together my budget for the COA, I called the vendors up and said, I need the quote. You know, I need the quote. And is that a firm quote or is that, you know, are you guessing too? Are you using a dartboard? But I got the sense from a number of departments that may not have been the case.
Now, I know with, highway,
Yeah,
young Patrick, he actually went through his budget
yeah,
and he saw what he had.
yeah.
So he actually made reductions and,
Mm,
I think of plow blades, because he had enough,
mhm,
more than
mhm.
enough, because they were stockpiled.
Yeah,
I use that as, but
okay, yeah.
he looked at those things that have just been traditionally from the year before that.
He's very thorough, Mike.
He is,
He's very thorough.
he's,
Yeah, so, you know, as I look through the budget, you know, I'm beginning to develop questions that I want to ask them. And it's not only to develop the budget, but so we have a sense of where we're going in the future and what we're gonna need.
I think I want to bring it back to where we're at, because I think that's a great point, but I think we're several months away from
We're
it.
Several months.
oh, yeah.
So-
We're several months, well, you're right,
I had went through new business
yeah.
and Claire was good, Vinny was good. I brought up my thing. Did we have anything from the audience? Okay, so then I had prior meeting minutes. I will,
didn't see them.
I'm gonna email those
Oh,
out.
okay, thank you.
So that's still on my plate to do.
Okay, all right.
And then schedule a next meeting.
This
So
time
it
I gotta
sounds
get
like
the
we
right
might
date.
have one coming up, a joint meeting with Board of Selectmen. But otherwise,
We're meeting the 18th.
You're meeting the
Regular meeting, but that's probably too soon for anything that was discussed tonight.
and that's not with the new treasurer.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
If I have a recommendation on the fiscal policies, like I had said to you, Mike, you know, I'd add in just a little term here to give you a little bit of leeway on them.
Yeah.
Can I just email it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, just
That's
email-
very similar to what
Yeah.
Vinny was doing with his
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
That's a great idea.
Quick,
Yeah.
email it to the whole board.
I will.
To
I'll do it to
Maribel,
BOS.
We all,
Yeah,
perfect.
to BOS. Then what I would like to do is just recap who's doing what.
We can, but I want to look at the
Hmm.
dates first.
Oh, okay, let's do
Yep.
that.
So pending a joint meeting with Board of Selectmen and the new treasurer, let's put ourselves out maybe September 9th.
I can't do the 9th.
Okay, what about the 10th?
10th I could do.
I can do it too.
How are you on September 10th? It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, biology, okay.
So at the moment, September 10th,
6:30.
September 10th at 6:30 PM. And that's the
Did
Wednesday.
you send something out on that? Cause I had it already on my calendar.
I didn't, we do have a shared calendar we can use. It hasn't been used a lot. We can discuss that if people like it or not. So,
Holy
Ooh.
cow,
Can we do that one
that
at 7
scares
PM?
me. Yes,
does that-
please, cause I have a class that day.
7 court.
we're gonna do that. Vinny, could you do 7? Oh, I just saw that I had commitments earlier.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
That's on the calendar. And then before we close out the meeting, Claire, you had something you want to add?
I said, can we just recap who's doing what?
Yes. So I owe the FinCom the prior minutes in email. We'll get that out. And
And you
I'm
sent out
gonna-
the letter of the DPU thing? DPW?
yes, already sent that out.
Okay,
I'm gonna get you the school meeting emails to make sure that you're on that.
that's good.
I checked quickly and it looks like she's sending it to FinCom. So I don't know why you wouldn't be getting it. So I'll follow up on that. I
Mhm.
have, Claire, you're gonna check on the status of the regional school agreement. I have, Claire's gonna ask the treasurer for the loan documents on the fire truck. Claire and Vinny are gonna speak with Maribel, get together with Maribel for username and passwords to upload files.
And I'm talking to Maribel about the municipal funding
Paperwork.
paperwork.
And Claire's gonna, yep,
Fire truck, I think.
And the,
And fire truck, yes, yes.
and the roof. Claire's gonna review the contract for the roof.
Oh, no, not the roof. The contract for the municipal building.
Okay.
So we can do a comparison of, should we use stabilization funds to pay down the fire truck or the municipal building?
No, I want to say Maribel's got a copy of the last borrowing for the new truck,
Okay,
but definitely the treasurer on Tuesday should have it in her files.
and she comes every Tuesday, is that it?
Yep. I guess she was here this morning before 8, so.
I heard laughter and it was good to hear laughter in the building.
All right. With everything done like that, I would like to make a motion that we call this meeting to an end.
I'll second that.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, this meeting is called to end at 7:53 PM. Thank you all for attending.
Okay. You know, if you have minutes, you can send them to me too, as long as with the agenda, and I can post things, because I'm supposed to. We'll both, right?
I think that's what she wants from all the committees.